Probably test or
Yep, yeah, that's it.
what's that? Let me see if it's.
Check one. Check.
And welcome to the home normally of the Chargers, but this summer the Lake Norman Copperheads here at Cox Mill High School. We have a scoreless ball game in the top of the first inning. 2-2, as that one will be fouled off. To catch you up on everything that you've missed so far, there is a single to start off the game, and then the Copperheads turn two is a beautiful double play by the second baseman, Jaden Hackbarth, and then the shortstop, Ixerino. And now we have a 2-2 count for the Copperheads pitcher.
We do apologize for the technical difficulties.
2-2, that will be a little bit low, and now the count will run full. Copperheads first place in the Southern Collegiate Baseball League, and the A's 4th out of 5. This is the second meeting so far this season. Last time these two teams met, they were both undefeated, and the Copperheads came out on top, and that was a 4-0 start to the year, and now they are 4-2. As that will be a walk. So one runner on.
Number 22, Nick Allenford.
One runner on, 2 outs. Nick Adderford up to the plate, hitting in the 4-hole today for the A's. Adderford playing third base in the field. The 0 pitch. That one will be a little bit inside, and that will hit Adderford. So runners on first and second, as Adderford will wear that one. And now the EH for the A's comes up to the plate. That one just ran a little bit inside for him, and the control may be a little bit of issue early on, but we also seen some really good pitches.
Yeah, I mean, with this start in at Mooresville with the spinners, he was just great on the mound. He had excellent control. Maybe he can find a little bit of a rhythm tonight.
Yeah, and to catch you up on that start he had against the Spinners last time out, pitched 6 scoreless innings and a 5-2 win over them last Friday night. As that one will be inside, a good block by Astadio behind the plate. How do you say his name again? I forget. The pitcher?
Cassiola.
So, the pitcher tonight for the Copperheads, Anthony Cassiola, a product of Charlotte, as that one will be inside again. So a 2-0 count. Cassiola will be going into his sophomore year for the 49ers. Charlotte, always a very competitive team in the CUSA, and then transitioning next season into the American.
Mm-hmm. Got several players from UNCC.
The 2-0 pitch. Now that one will be a strike. As to the viewer at home, the color matchups may be a little bit confusing. We have a little red on red. Only thing to distinguish the two teams is the white on the Copperheads' chest. 2-1 pitch, 2 outs. And that will be a big swing and a miss. So the count will run even. Cassiola will get the sign from Astadio. And the umpire will call time, as the two cannot agree on a pitch selection for the 2-2 pitch. That will be a bit low. Astadio with another good block there. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. A very important pitch early on in this one.
Indeed, indeed.
Cassiola gets a sign, gets set. And that will be a big swing and a miss, and Cassiola will get out of the jam in the top of the first. So the game stays scoreless, and we'll see what the Copperheads can do. Coming up for the Copperheads is Messia, Loher, and Zambarino. We'll be back here in just a second from Cox Mill High School. And we are back here at Cox Mill High School. As the first pitch in the inning will be low. As Ty D'Amico on the mound for the A's, the Hofstra pitcher from Waxhaw, North Carolina. On into his junior year this upcoming season. That one will be low once again, so 2-0 count.
Christian Macheda up to bat for the Copperheads.
Maceda with leverage in the count, 2-0. That one will be inside, and Maceda with the hitter's count, 3-0. Maceda so far this season, 20 at-bats with a .300 average, 6 hits, 7 RBIs with a home run. Tied for third in the Southern Collegiate Baseball League in RBIs. And that will be ball 4, and he will flip his bat over to the Copperheads dugout as a runner on early for Lake Norman. Maceda with one stolen base so far in the season, so not too much of a threat on the bases, but definitely could do some damage. And now Wilson Loher will step in lefty on lefty matchup as he will lay down a bunt but pull it back before can make any contact with the baseball. Loher with a great average so far, .571, but only in 7 ABs, 4 hits, 1 run, and 1 stolen base. Played his high school baseball close to here in the Lake Norman area, Independence High School, so a little bit south of where we are now in Concord. As that one is a close miss for D'Amico. He was not very happy with that call looking back at the umpire. So D'Amico down to the count, 2-0. With a very good hitter up to bat. And that will be a nice pitch, painting the outside part of the plate. Diamica showing that fastball early on.
Wilson Lohr has the best batting average on the Copperheads, batting 571, I believe.
Yeah, it's a very small sample size, but we see today getting another shot to prove his point why he should be in the lineup more.
Yeah.
As he will lay down a bunt, and that will go down the line, but foul. So now the count runs even. Good job by Diamico down in the count 2-0, and now making it even. And now he kind of has every pitch he can throw because he's trying to strike this, this batter out, and he has every pitch in his repertoire ready to throw at him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he definitely wants to maybe get a swing and miss, maybe a ball to tie it up to a full count. But whatever he's about to throw, he's going to have to pray it hits the zone.
And that one will be low, so the count will run full. So Diamico still looking for that strikeout pitch here. Diamico will look in at his catcher for the full count sign. Come set. And that one will be ball 4, a little bit low and outside, and the Copperheads will have 2 runners on in this one, and this is a big at-bat for Ivan Zambarino, the right fielder for the Copperheads. Zambarino, number 26 on this team, out of Eastern Florida State College, going into his sophomore year. Started off the year really hot with 4 RBIs in his first 3 games. Zambarino in a very important spot early on. The 0-0 pitch. And that will be a strike as Zambarino watches that fastball go by. Zambarino with a 143 average so far this year. Only 2 hits, but 4 RBIs in those 2 hits. As that one will be grounded to the shortstop. There goes one. Zambarino can't beat it out. And the A's will turn 2. A great job from the A's shortstop, Chad Skyke, flipping it over to the second baseman, Aaron Herbst. And a great job by Diamico getting out of that jam early on.
Oh, yeah. Great job getting out of that jam. But now he has a runner on third. But has 2 outs, so
You'll take that every day.
take that every day.
Yes, a very different inning looking at runners on first and second with no outs and a runner on third with 2 outs. Diamico will look in. Catcher spotted on the outside part of the plate. And catcher didn't even have to move his glove on that one. What a great fastball. Dario Astadio up for the Copperheads. Astadio playing catcher today for Lake Norman. Astadio, a small sample size so far this year, 4 at-bats with a .250 average, 1 hit, 1 RBI. And that slider just misses on the outside part of the plate. Try to backdoor that one. That one will be another strike on the outside part of the plate. The umpire liking him outside, and Diamico taking advantage of that. Just pounding fastballs on the outside part of the plate. So a pitcher's count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. A 0-0 ball game here in Concord, North Carolina. As that one will be low. That will get past the catcher, and a run will score for the Copperheads. As coming in was Christian Macedo, the left fielder, as he showed off the wheels, sprinting home, and the Copperheads will get on the board early with a 1-0 advantage.
What, though? I don't know how to clear the count. Oh.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one will be in the dirt, so the count will run full for Dario Astadio. Astadio, one of the younger guys on this Copperheads team, just coming out of college this year, will be a freshman this coming season at Seminole State College in Florida. And that one will be ball 4. So another runner on for the Copperheads. This has been a great start to the game. And Jackson Taylor, the DH for Lake Norman, will step into the left-handed batter's box and see if he can add to the 1-run tally so far this inning. Taylor will watch that one go by, and that will be a ball. Taylor with the bat rested on the shoulder will now place it up. Diamico will throw back to first base, and the runner will be in there. Astudillo having to watch out with the lefty on the mound.
Jackson Taylor's having a pretty good year batting. He's got a 364 batting average, 11 plate appearance, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 2 RBIs.
And Taylor will watch that one go by in the upper half of the zone. So 2-0 count. Diamico will throw that one. That'll be outside once more. So 3-0 for Taylor. As with how good he's been hitting so far this year, you have to imagine the green light is definitely on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You can't just throw a kid like this one down the middle and hope he doesn't swing at it, because if he does, it's going to go far. But Taylor will watch that one in the dirt and will take his base, as now the catcher for the A's will come out to talk to Diamico. And coming up for the Copperheads is big Kyle Whitaker. Whitaker already with a home run all in the season, and another one right here will do lots of damage. Whitaker's 17 at-bats, only 1 hit, but that 1 hit with an RBI with a 0.59 average out of Keystone College. Will be going into his 3rd year there at Keystone. As we see Diamico still talking it over with the catcher and the A's coach. And now Whitaker will get some instructions by the Copperheads' 3rd base coach. So 1 runner in scoring position, 1 runner on first base. Copperheads with a 1-0 lead early here on this hot day. And sorry for the technical difficulties we had early in the broadcast, missing a portion of that top of the 1st inning. Well, hopefully everything will run smoothly from now on. And remember, this is a doubleheader tonight here at Coxville High School. So 14 innings of baseball we will be showing you here on the SCBL YouTube channel, as Whitaker will step into the box. Whitaker, a big kid, 6'2", 230, so he can definitely turn on that baseball. He's had a good block behind the plate, preventing any more runners going. As Diamico, you really see him missing low tonight so far.
Yeah, I mean, the catchers had to make great blocks just to stop any wild pitches that may occur.
As now we see the A's head coach coming out once more. And a pitching change will occur early in this one, as they are not trying to risk it coming any more runs in. So we'll be back in one moment as we see who the A's new pitcher is. Copperheads up 1-0 here in the bottom of the 1st inning. We're back here at Coxmill High School as the first pitch will be a strike, so a 1-1 count. Coming in for the A's is Nathaniel Volk, the new pitcher. Volk will throw that one low. Runners will try to steal, and both will go. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Copperheads, and they'll try to put a dent in this game early on. So Volk now a 2-1 count to Whitaker. That one will be lined to shortstop, and he does not make the play. 1 run will score, and another one will come in as the Copperheads will have a 3-run lead in the bottom of the first inning.
Sounded like he cracked his bat on that one, but it got right past the shortstop.
Yeah, the A's shortstop could not make a play there. Chad Skykes just went right under his glove, and Kyle Whitaker will have 2 RBIs on that single. And the Copperheads with a 3-run advantage now coming up. Jaden Hackbarth, the second baseman for Lake Norman. Hackbarth, he will line that one to third base. Big hop, throw it over to first, and he will not get there. That is a good throw from the A's third baseman. And that will end the bottom of the first inning, but not before the Copperheads put a dent in the lead so far. 3-run advantage. We'll be back here at Coxmill High School for some more SCBL baseball action. And we are back here in the top of the second inning as Paul Sachem will step in for the A's. As Anthony Castiolo goes back out for a second inning of work. That one a bit outside. Castiolo with a nice cushion coming out here in the second inning. A lot better to pitch with a 3-run advantage than a tied ball game, as you have to start off with the top of the first. And as a pitcher, that just gives you that much level of comfort that you can go out and make those pitches, as that one will be off the end of the bat down the third base line. So Castiolo now 1-1.
Hopefully weather will hold up. Currently 93 degrees with some storms moving into the area.
Yes, as I bet you guys can see in the background of this baseball game. Again, a little bit dark. That one will be lined in the right field. The center fielder trying to get there, and that will be over his head and over the wall, as that will be a ground rule double, as the Copperheads center fielder James Oman cannot get there. And as we talked about last week, this field is very hard at Coxmill, even if after it rains for a couple of days. The heat dries it up, and that one just bounced right over. So now the first baseman, James Newsom, will step into the box. Newsom, his tall frame makes sense him playing first base. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Cassiola. That one will be outside and out of the mid at Asadillo, and the runner will go to third base. Asadillo just couldn't handle that outside fastball.
Yeah, I mean, his control has been a little off tonight, but hopefully he can bring it back in. Still has a perfect ERA on the year. Hopefully he will keep it perfect.
So Newsom, a hitter count, 2-0. Cassiola will throw that one down the middle, and that will be drived in the right center field. Oman tried to track back for that one. He will get there, and it looks like the runner will score as how deep that baseball was. Oman had no shot. So that was a good drive by James Newsom, and he will be awarded with the RBI. So now 1 out in the inning for the A's catcher. And a good play there by Oman, being able to track back and read where the wall is. A new field for the Copperheads, still only playing 1 game this year, so the outfielder's trying to still learn where the wall is and get comfortable with that.
Yeah, this field's much different than Huff. That one's lined right back up to Cassiano, and he will toss it over to first.
Yeah, and this field is a lot smaller than most college fields, so guys have to be used to, tracking back and not having that much room to maneuver. That's just only 355 to dead center and 315 down the lines. And I doubt you'll see a college field in the nation with much shorter walls with that.
Oh, yeah.
So now Cassiola has 2 outs in the inning. And Aaron Herbst, the second baseman for the A's, will step in. Herbst was part of that great double play turn by the A's in the bottom of the first. Before the 2-out rally by the Copperheads, that one will be lined back into the netting.
Hopefully we'll get a foul ball up here one time this year. Hopefully.
Yeah, we were talking about that last game, and we almost got one, but it was a little bit left of the press box.
And there goes the camera.
As the camera goes out, so a little bit of radio now, as that one will be lined to third base. And he will fire that one over, and that will get him as a great arm by the Copperheads third baseman. And Kyle Whitaker just manned up and just slung that one across the infield. So that'll be 3 outs. Copperheads keep their 3-0 lead. We'll be back here at Coxmo High School for the bottom of the second inning. And we are back here in the bottom of the second. No camera right now as we're still trying to get that set up. So a little bit of radio. As Ixchiriner, the shortstop for the Copperheads, will step in. Nathan Volk, the pitcher for the A's, coming in relief very early on in this ball game. Volk went to Piedmont High School last year, 6'2", 190, and is committed to Crown College for the upcoming college season. Sharino watched that one go low. And now a hitter's count 3-0. So we'll see if the Sharino has the green light here, if he sees one down the middle. Sharino with a .222 batting average so far this year, as he will see ball 4. And the Copperheads have a man on early here in the the bottom of the second.
Now batting center fielder number 2, James Owen.
And now James Oman will step up, the Chipola College player. Oman made some great plays in center field in the top of the second. As Oman will watch that one go low. Oman so far on the SCBL season, a .273 average, 2 hits, 2 runs, and 3 stolen bases, so very deadly once he gets on base. Volk will get the sign. And the runner fakes going, but will get back as Sharino decides otherwise, and Volk will put that one in the strike zone, 1-1 count. As we see the wind picking up, and Volk will fire that one back as Sharino wasn't prepared for a second, but got back to first base in time. But yeah, we see the wind picking up here at Coxville High School. The clouds getting a little bit darker. Hopefully the rain will keep off tonight.
Hopefully.
As that is a ball from Volk, so a 2-1 count. And if Oman can get on right here, that would be big, as we have 1, 2, 3 coming up after Oman, as he will swing on that one and get some contact on it. So the count will run full for the Copperheads. Oman steps back in the right-handed batter box. Volk will get his sign for a pivotal pitch early in this game. Runner will go, and Oman will swing and miss. Ball fired down the second, and Sharino will be in there. So 1 out in the inning, and Sharino showing off the wheels. That's his 3rd stolen base of the season, as he gets dirty earlier in this one, and there will be a runner on for Christian Maceda. Maceda has gotten on already once in this game. Maceda going to his senior year at Barry University. The 0 pitch, and that one will be low. Maceda 3rd in the SCBL in RBIs, and he's trying to add to that tally with a runner in scoring position. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Volk. That one will be inside, and Maceda with a hitter's count, 2-0. Maceda readjusts his jersey and step back in to the right-hander's batter's box with Sharino at second. And that one will be a strike from Volk, as that is a must-needed strike with a 3-0 count. Is a lot different than a 2-1 count.
Sure.
And that will be another strike, back-to-back strike from Volk, and that is something you definitely want to see if you're a Concord fan. So now 2-2 count, 1 out in the inning, 1 runner on. And that one will be up the middle. Will that get through? Ace, second baseman, will fire to first and will beat Christian Maceda, as Maceda turned on the wheels there, as we heard some safe calls from the Copperheads dugout, but the field umpire thought otherwise.
Yeah, I was looking at it. He looked like he might have been safe, but it's the umpire's rule.
And we see the Copperheads manager will step out and have a little word with the field umpire. Sean Stevens is the coach for the Copperheads this season. Stevens said he was super excited about the opportunity. He said, quote, "I'm excited about the opportunity to work towards a common goal of player development and championship baseball here, coming back to the Copperheads after a couple years of absence." Different field this year for the Copperheads, but definitely the same goal is to get that SCBL championship.
Oh, always, man.
The Spinners threatening behind them in second place, the defending champions, as they won it at their home field last year, as the SABL championship is played every year at Moore Park. As Wilson Loher will take a big hack at that one and swing and a miss for the Copperheads first baseman. Loher will watch that one on the outside part of the plate, and a great pitch from Volk. An 0-2 count. We'll see if he has the put-away stuff here to finish off Loher. 0-2 pitch, and that one will be outside, and not the same result. Looked like an almost same location. But as we saw many A's players in the field, not very happy with that. Thought they were running back into the dugout, but have to stay out there a little longer. 1-2 pitch for Volk, and that one will be outside once again, and he does not get the call.
He likes that outside edge. Just not getting the call for him.
We've really seen both pitchers tonight, like in the outside part of the plate. Trying to backdoor pitches. That will be lined into left field, and another run will come in. The Copperheads have a 3-run lead once again, as that is an RBI single from Wilson Loher. Great job driving that outside pitch into the opposite field, and that's what you're taught to do.
Yeah, man, your right fielder, number 26, Ivan Zambrano.
So Loher, that's his first RBI on the year. And now Ivan Zambrino, right fielder for the Copperheads, will step into the box. That one is fouled off down the right field line and towards the batting cages here at Coxsville High School.
Almost into the softball field.
Almost. We had a lot of those last week going into the softball field. Probably had maybe double digits going back in there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that one will be inside for Volk, so count even at 1-1. Volk will look back over at the runner at first base and deliver, as that one will be a little bit high. That is a hitter's count at 2-1. Volk will deliver and hit the batter. So now 2 runners on for Dario Astudillo, the young kid on this Copperheads team. We'll have a big moment here. 2 runners on, and anytime you have runners on, especially with 2, you want to make the most of that opportunity.
Now batting for the Copperheads, the catcher, number 35, Dario Astudillo.
And you could even say Astudillo is almost playing for his job, as one position that's been the most competitive on the Copperheads this year has been catcher. As you have Astudillo, this is 6th at-bat of the year, and then you have a catcher with 12 at-bats and another one with 8 at-bats, so up for grabs, definitely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Astudillo, Schultz, and Konunski are the 3 catchers for the Copperheads this season. All excellent, especially batting-wise and fielding.
Yeah, and Astudillo was the man that Sean Stevens started off the year with in that opening night win against the Copperheads. Hasn't gone back to him much as of late, but giving him the nod here tonight behind the plate, as that one will be a little bit too inside for the umpire's liking. So now a 2-0 count.
Volk having some location issues.
And Kanowski, the catcher from Charlotte, is playing on the Copperheads. He had that massive go-ahead home run in the top of the 10th inning against the Vipers. As if you want to see that bomb he hit over the center field wall, you can go on the SCBL Instagram page and watch that one, as we have a video on there. As he got a breaking ball in the middle part of the zone and took advantage of it. And Astudillo will take ball 4 here. So now bases loaded for Jackson Taylor, did the DH tonight for the Copperheads. And talking about the SCBL Instagram, make sure you guys are following the SCBL Baseball on Instagram and Twitter to keep up with everything Southern Collegiate Baseball League, so you can see when we have broadcasts like the ones we have on tonight, and updates for game scores and game times and cancellations, like we had that cancellation last night between the Concord A's and the Carolina Vipers, as we had those terrible storms yesterday.
For Volk, I would be scared with Taylor coming up on the mound. His batting average 364 11 plate appearances, 4 hits, 2 RBIs, and 1 walk. With the bases loaded situation, you would think he would want to drive his RBI count up to at least 1, you would think.
Yeah, and this is a great opportunity to do so. As the umpire has a word with the A's manager before stepping back into the dugout.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 15, Jackson Taylor.
The A's having a little bit of pitching problems tonight.
Lefty on righty matchup here. Taylor the lefty, Volk the righty. And that one will be outside. 1-0 count.
He likes to pitch to that one side.
Yeah, he has been throwing, I'd say probably over 75% of his pitches on the outside part of the plate, no matter if the person's a righty or lefty tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a righty on the mound, it's coming, sneaking in on you. Saw a couple hit by pitches this inning, or one, I think.
1-1 pitch for Volk, and that will be fouled off into the screen once again, and that will sneak through to a fan. So Volk, a pitcher's count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning, bases loaded. Here comes the pitch. And that would be a bit low, great block by the A's catcher, and that was preventing a run right there.
Oh, yeah. That's one thing you don't want to do right now if your Volk is have a wild pitch and having a run score.
Yeah, I've already seen a run score from a wild pitch so far in this ball game. That was the first run that scored for Lake Norman tonight in the bottom of the first.
Yeah. Bullpen working for the A's.
So Taylor with a great at-bat so far, fouling off many pitches. 3-2, and that one, or excuse me, 2-2, and that one will be outside. So now the count will run full. And warming up for the A's is number 7, Davis O'Brien, the lefty out of St. Andrews Presbyterian College. Runners will be going. That one lined into the right field gap. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. This will be a bases clearing double for the Copperheads. As what a great rip from Jackson Taylor. He had 0 RBIs before this at bat, and now he has 3.
Oh, yeah. Has to feel great as a hitter.
And now Kyle Whitaker will step into the box. Whitaker made that great play at third base the inning before, just fired that baseball over to first, and what a great throw that was, showing why he's playing third base with the arm.
Oh, yeah.
Whitaker, the junior from Keystone College, steps into the right-hander's batter's box. The 0 pitch from Volk. That one will be fouled off to the screen. Almost getting over, but stays in the ballpark.
That's that inside edge again, what he's been going to all night.
As we see Davis O'Brien still getting warm in that A's bullpen over there. And that one will be behind Whitaker. O'Brien, the 5'9 lefty. So not the biggest pitcher you'll see, but definitely can still throw a lot of heat with the small frame he has.
Oh, yeah.
That one will be low from Volk.
Even if you're small, you can still generate a lot of power depending on how you throw and how your spin rate looks, how everything looks off of it.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of guys, especially relievers, that are litter guys in the MLB. First guy that comes to my mind is Craig Kimbrell. That is, he's probably, 5'8", 5'9", but can still throw upper 90s.
Oh, yeah.
That one will be fouled off down the right field line, and the Copperheads coach will throw that one back into today's dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the second inning, so a lot of 2s all around here. Whitaker a bit early on that one, so another foul ball, and just staying alive here.
I mean, all Volk wants to do right now is just stop the bleeding for the A's.
Yeah, already a 7-1 advantage for the Copperheads. And you don't have much time to make up a deficit. Only 7-inning games here as we have a doubleheader here tonight. So you can't get down early, and if you do get down early, you have to jump back quick because you don't have those 2 extra innings to play with.
Yeah.
That one will be low. Whitaker almost swings at it, but decides to hold up, as that was the right decision.
Count runs full.
Yes, sir. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Whitaker stares down Volk and will step back into the box. 3-2 count. That one will be skied into left field. That one will actually go to center field as he will run in and get that one. That one was a mile high up there.
I didn't think it was coming down for a minute.
Yeah, Whitaker showing off of all of his 6'2", 230 frame. And the Copperheads do some damage once again in the bottom of the second inning. 4 runs. Copperheads a 7-1 advantage here at Coxmo High School. Stay with us for the top of the third. Welcome back here for some more Lake Norman Copperheads baseball. As the DH, Darren Whitaker will step in. 10-1-2 up for the A's. Whitaker, Powell, and Skikes. Cassiolo will fire that one into the opposite batter's box for a ball. As Cassiolo not starting off as good as he did last week against the Spinners, but definitely only 1 run allowed in 2 innings pitched, not too shabby.
It's not too bad. Ruined his perfect ERA, but, you know, it happens.
Still a very good ERA,
I know.
though. A 1 ERA, you'll take that every day of the week.
Oh, yeah. Any day of the week.
Cassiolo, the 2-0 count. That one will be high. And a hitter's count for Darren Whitaker.
Both pitchers tonight are liking that outside corner.
Still earlier in this baseball game, so they're still trying to fill out the umpire strike zone on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And that one will be ball 4 as Whitaker takes his base. So Cassiolo will have to play with a runner on. And the leadoff man for the Concord will step up, Delaney Powell, the center fielder.
This is the Athletics. Now batting, the center fielder, number 4, Delaney Powell.
Powell wants another lefty, back-to-back lefties Cassiolo has to face here. That one will be to the second baseman. They look to turn 2. They get 1. They will not get 2 for the second time in this game, as that would have been something great from the middle infield, turning 2 double plays in the same game. But the wheels of Powell beats out the throw from the Copperhead second baseman, Jaden Hackbarth.
I mean, at least they got the lead runner.
And And that's
Always helps.
that's very reassuring as a pitcher to have a great defense behind you. That trust that you can throw any pitch you want and let the hitter, hit it. And when they do, you have a defense to back you up behind you. As it's getting very windy here.
I know. You think the wind will have any effect on the pitchers?
We might see later in the game as a storm might roll in. As that one went straight down the middle, no wind was affecting that pitch. We can definitely feel as storms are brewing here in Concord, North Carolina.
Well, hopefully it'll roll right past us and just the wind hits us.
Cassiello will fire that one back to first base, and the runner will slide under the tag. Up to the plate, Chad Skikes, the shortstop. Skikes had that one that just slipped under his glove earlier in the game. Playing shortstop, and that had 2 runs come in. As that one will be a strike, and the runner will be, the ball flies out of his glove, and he will be safe. That is a very interesting play. He didn't even go down. He accepted his fate, and then the ball flew out of the glove.
You think the wind had some effect?
Nah, I would.
No.
I feel like that was all. That was no Mother
He
Nature.
had all the time in the world to tag him, but I guess the ball just kind of slipped out of his hand.
And everybody was just kind of shocked there.
Yeah. I mean, great throw by Astudillo, but I mean.
Yeah, nothing Astudillo could have done there. He did his part.
No.
And that one will be fouled off to the screen. So a pitcher's count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out of the inning, and 1 runner in scoring position. That's about the only thing the middle infield has done bad in this game is they've been great defensively, but right there, a little bit of maybe a mental slip up.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one will be right off the dome, but he will take that one like a champ.
Scary pitch right there.
And that's a way to use your head in baseball right there.
I shouldn't be laughing, but always a scary play when the ball is coming right at your head.
We'd definitely not be laughing if he was injured, but luckily
No.
enough that when you take him right off the helmet, they don't hurt too bad.
Not too bad. I've had a couple.
Yeah. Obviously, no intention by Cassiolo right there. The catcher was lined up in the middle part of the plate. That one just got away from him.
Yeah, he's been having trouble on that left side of the zone. Left side of the zone.
Carter Duhane, the right fielder for the A's, will step in. Left-handed batter's box. A lot of lefties here for the A's tonight. That one would be low. Great block by Astudillo. He didn't have to block. He just put his glove down there and knew exactly where the ball was going to end up.
Mm-hmm.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Cassiolo will deliver. That one will be lined to Hackbarth. Hackbarth would just flip that one over to first base. No chance he could have turned 2 right there, as that's kind of at an awkward spot. But great baseball IQ by Hackbarth. Not even just looking over to second base, just flipping that one over to first baseman, and we'll take the out, and now 2 outs in the inning.
I mean, there was no way he could have threw that ball to second. I mean, he would have to contort his body in, 3 different ways to even try to get the ball over there.
And a great job by the Copperheads, infield in general, just communicating there. And a lot of these guys still not a lot of time together, only 6 games, so still figuring each other out in some sense. We've seen a lot of guys switch in and out in every position, catcher, infield, outfield. So these guys know each other to an extent, having about a week and a half together, but still trying to figure each other out as baseball players.
Yep.
That was a good pitch there by Cassiolo. 0-1, and that one will be swung on, and Cassiolo will flip that one over to the first baseman, and he will sit over there laughing at himself a little bit, and it will escape the inning, allowing no runs. As Cassiolo broke his own ankles right there.
I mean, he just got ahead of himself and tried to.
A little too excited to flip that one over to the second baseman. But one thing he'll be excited about is allowing no runs in the inning. We'll be back here from Coxwell High School. Copperheads still up 7-1. And we are back here in the bottom of the third inning. Jaden Hackbarth stepping in, as that one will be on the outside part of the plate. And Nathaniel Volk cannot get the call there. As actually, as we see a 1-0 count now here. The 1-0 pitch will be lined to third base as that one slips under his glove as he will go around first, trying to turn two. As no, he will get back to first base. A very wise decision getting back there. As a new pitcher into the game for the Concord A's. It is not Nathaniel Volk anymore. It is number 7, Davis O'Brien out of St. Andrews Presbyterian College. We were talking about him coming out of the bullpen earlier. We saw him warming up. The 5'9", 165-pound lefty going into his senior year this upcoming baseball season in the spring.
Who'd you say? No, it's Jason Dedham. Are you on the right year? Summer 2022. Am I?
1-0 count. As Ick Sharina, the shortstop for the Copperheads, will step in. As he will fire that one back to first. And Hackbarth will slide under the tag. That one will be outside. And now 2-0.
Let me see.
2-0 count, 1 runner on first. That one will be low, and a 3-0 count for Ixarino.
The other guy's a lefty too, so I don't know. I think it's the other guy because
Let me. 3-0, no outs in the inning. Sharino will watch that one go low, and now 2 runners on. No outs, and the Copperheads threatening to put more runs up on the board. Already a 7-1 advantage. We're trying to pile them on here in the first game of this doubleheader. As James Oman, the center fielder tonight for the Copperheads,
Center fielder, number 2, James Oman.
will get into the box and a chance to add to his RBI tally so far in the year.
that's the wrong roster.
And excuse me, it's a different person on the mound tonight. Jason Denham, the lefty, 5'9", 145. So we had the 5'9" part correct, but not the player.
It's weird because they're both lefties.
Yeah, both lefties, both same height, so it's kind of hard to distinguish who's who. As
Oh yeah.
Point Street can be a bit tricky sometimes on the rosters.
I don't know what roster that was because they had almost no players from the other one.
As now we're caught into a pickle. As he will just get back into second base, and no, he will be tagged out as the base running from Jaden Hackbar is not too great there. Try to take advantage of the lefty pitcher having to turn around, but he just ran it back right to him and flipped it over to second base.
It's Kingsman.
James Oman still in the box. 0-1 count, 1 out in the inning. Oman will hit that one down the right field line and foul. So definitely a pitcher's count here. Oh, 2 count, 1 out of the inning. Here comes the pitch. And he says that will be outside. Jason Denham so far in the year for the Concord A's, a 33.75 ERA, so not a great start so far, but looking to get back on track right now, as this is a great opportunity to show his worth to this A's team. And that one will be low, as Ixarino almost took second base for the second time this game, but decides to hold up. But only one appearance on the year, so it's a very small sample size. You can't judge a guy, off just one appearance, especially early in the season.
Yeah, it was only one inning too.
That one will be down the right field line once again for James Oman. So the count will stay at 2-2. And we have to remember a lot of these guys, especially with only one appearance, maybe their college team didn't get as many reps as they're used to, so a little bit rusty, didn't throw as many bullpens during the summer. And some of these guys, their conference tournaments ended in early to mid-May, so had maybe a month layoff before they pitched again in a real game against a live batter. And that will be strike 3 looking. And 2 outs in the inning, but the pitcher thought he was going back into the dugout right there. And Christian Maceda will step in for the 3rd time this game.
Now back to the Copperheads. The left fielder, number 23, Christian Maceda.
I saw the umpire right there just thinking about it for a second, and then pull out the K.
Yeah.
That one will be a strike, a great two-seam fastball right there. So a 0-1 count, 2 outs in the inning. Just a reminder that runner is still on first base. That runner being Ixchirino. That one will be outside. And Chirino is someone definitely you have to be cautious about on the bases. 2 stolen bases so far this year, but added 1 to his tally the first time he got on tonight. 1-1 pitch, and that one will be low through the catcher's legs. As Chirino will say, thank you very much. I will take second base, and now Christian Maceda has a runner in scoring position to play with.
Couple of wild pitches tonight for the A's.
Yeah, we've seen 2 runs score in wild pitchers so far for the Copperheads.
Mm-hmm.
As that one will be lined down the left field line, but Maceda just a little early on that one. As that was definitely a good pitch to hit, just got a little too excited. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. That one will be inside, and the count will run full.
All the pitchers tonight have liked that inside fastball.
Yeah, something very common, especially on the A's pitching staff tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the full count pitch. That one will be popped up, and the infield will be looking for that one. The A's first baseman tracking into foul territory for that one. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So we've been through 3 here, 4 more left in the 7-inning affair, the first game of the doubleheader. Stay with us for the rest of the game. And welcome back here. Coming up for the A's is 5, 6, 7. McCabe, Station, and Newsom. As Casiola comes out for his 4th inning of work. A sub-1 ERA right now on the season.
The third baseman, number 40, Nathan McCabe.
with his 10 innings of work piled up.
He's been pretty solid through 3, so happy to see what he does in the 4th.
Yeah, and he's gotten himself in jams, but has been very good at getting himself out. He's made the key pitches when he's really needed to, as we've seen some control issues with no runners on, but when he's needed to make those great pitches with runners on, he's made them. That one will be lined into center field. James Oman has to track back a little bit, and that will be the first out of the inning. As at first, I didn't think he was going to have to move for that one, but had to take a couple steps back.
The wind might have took it a little bit of play with that one, but needless to say, a great catch.
Yeah, wind has been picking up since the start of this ball game. We might see it even more of a factor in the second stanza of this doubleheader. Paul Sachin, the left fielder for the A's, steps into the left-hander's batter's box. 1 out of the inning. That one will be blooped in the left field, and that will be a catch. So 2 batters, 2 outs for the Copperheads so far, and a great start to the inning. As we do see an A's pitcher not warming up, but doing some J-band exercises, so that might just be his daily routine, or maybe prepared to get in this ballgame a little later.
Maybe, I don't know. A's pitching has been struggling all night.
And now the tall lefty for the A's, James Newsom, will step in. 2 outs in the inning. That one will be high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. 7-1 advantage for the Copperheads. That one will be right down the middle for a strike. 1-1 count. That one will be striking. Back-to-back fastballs down the middle. 1-2 count. As we see the Copperheads playing a little bit of a shift here. Second baseman playing deeper, almost in the outfield. And the shortstop right behind second base to the right of it, actually. As that one will even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. And that one will be low and bounce up, and no worries, no runners on base. So SCU doesn't have to worry about that one.
Don't got to worry about a wild pitch on that.
Yeah. Cassio will step on the mound and get his signs from Astudillo. Get set, and here comes the full count pitch. As that one will be outside. And we see James Newsom take his base as he extends the inning here for the A's.
Cassiola has been great so far this game, pitching out of jam, so let's see what he can do here.
Definitely has been a strong suit. As somebody who went to his last appearance, did he have to do that against the Spinners much?
Not much. I mean, he had pretty good innings. He stranded a couple on base for the Spinners, but even still, he was great. Always picked his corners, found his spots. I don't remember who was catching that game. I'm pretty sure it was Kanunsky, but even then, his battery mate was phenomenal.
That one will be skied into center field. James Oman trying to make the second play in this inning, and he will do that. As Cassiello will go another scoreless inning. So only 1 run allowed in his 4 innings of work, and we see the Copperheads with a 7-1 lead trying to extend that. We'll be back here at Coxville High School in a bit. Welcome back here to Coxmo High School. As happy Father's Day to everybody out there, all the fathers watching the broadcast and all the fathers in attendance watching their sons play tonight. As that one will be down the third baseline foul. Hopefully you're spending this Father's Day weekend with someone that means special to you. And
Don't know what's the story with Father's Day, but I always try to make it a good one.
as that one will be inside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that one will be fouled off and sneaking to somebody's chair. It almost looked like went right beside her chair. At first, I thought that went into the cup holder. I was like, there's no way that happened, but.
Hey, it's 1-2. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That one will be fouled off and over by the hill behind the playing area. So the count will stay at 1-2.
Mm-hmm. The field's kind of in a little valley in between the school and the
As that one will be sky high, as the A's center fielder will come in and get that one as the first out of the inning. As the baseball field and the softball field kind of in a valley, as same as the football field.
Mm-hmm.
It lines up great with the bleachers on the home side, as you have that kind of that dome atmosphere, keeps all the sound in.
Yeah, a little bit.
Lots of loud Friday nights here at Coxmo High School. Always a very competitive football team here.
Always.
As the first pitch to the AB, we over the screens, foul.
Might even be over the softball field.
Yeah.
How high that pitch was. I mean, not pitch, but ball was hit.
That one just a little bit low. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That one a big swing and a miss. And a pitcher's count now. Ivan Zamborino, the outfielder for the Copperheads, up to bat here, hitting the 3-hole tonight. As the weather feels a lot better now as it did in the start of the game. Starting to cool off a little bit of a breeze that we were talking about earlier. Not as windy, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like a hurricane was brewing there for a second, but definitely just cooled down.
Yeah. It's dulled down a little bit, but it's still a nice breeze,
Yeah.
especially with the humidity today.
That one high. So a full count. Three-two pitch. That one will be lined to the shortstop and a great diving play from the A's shortstop, Chad Skikes, for the second out of the inning.
It's almost dropped 10 degrees since this first pitch opened. It was 95, I believe, first pitch. Now it's 86 degrees. 50% humidity right now.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
In the grand scheme of things, it could be a lot worse.
Oh, it was like 80 earlier, so could be a lot worse.
Dario Astudillo kind of taking a delayed hack there. Looked like he lagged almost, knowing that he missed one right down the middle that he probably should have swung at.
Yeah, maybe beating himself up a little bit.
That one will bounce over the catcher. So the count will go even 1-1. Astudillo steps back in the box. 1-1 count, 2 outs in the inning. Copperhead still with that 7-1 advantage. That one, a big swing and a miss, as he took a healthy hack at that one. One-two pitch, and that will be a swing and a miss for strike 3, as the A's keep the Copperheads off the board for 2 straight innings. The Copperheads still with a 6-run advantage. We'll see if the A's can get back into that lead here coming up in the top of the 5th. Welcome back here to Coxmore High School as Anthony Castiolo will step back on the mound for his 5th inning of work. As Casiola takes some high fives from his fellow infielders. And Aaron Herbst, second baseman, will step in for his second plate appearance of the afternoon. Casiola's first pitch of the inning will be low and inside for ball 1. One 0 pitch, and that one will be a ball once again. Casiola had that hiccup in the second inning, allowing 1 run, but has been perfect ever since. 2-0 pitch. That one will be inside once again, and a hitter's count, 3-0. For the 9-hole hitter, Aaron Herbst. That one will be a strike. As Casiola throws his first strike in the inning. And when we're talking about 9-hole, that doesn't always mean the last batter is. We've seen the Copperheads not use the EH so far this year, but the A's using EH and Darren Whitaker tonight. That'll just give guys more opportunities to get more ABs, and that's all about summer ball is about, just getting more reps in and be prepared for your next college season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of these guys are JUCO, Division II. I mean, they're just trying to play some ball, maybe get some scouts on them.
Full count, no outs in the inning. Casiola will throw that one, and that will be popped up to the first baseman. And he will gather that one in for the first out of the inning. Caught by the Copperheads, Wilson Loher. So 1 out, Casiola keeps dealing.
Now batting the DH, Darren Whitaker.
And the DH for the A's, Darren Whitaker, steps in. Here comes the 0 pitch. That one will be a little bit low for the umpire's liking. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1 pitch. That one will be outside. Whitaker in a hitter's count, 2-0. Or, excuse me, 2-0.
Get to it.
Two balls, no strikes. As Casiola will paint that one on the outside part of the plate and jump back into this count, 2-1. Two-one pitch, and that will be outside again. And what back-to-back great pitch from Casiola. Casiola fighting back from a 2-0 count to make it even 2-2. Here comes the pitch. That one outside once again, but can't do it like he did the past 2 pitches, and the count will run full.
No, he's like that side all night. Both sides are like that side all night.
Yeah, he tried to run 3 back-to-back backdoor fastballs, but the third one did not work out as good as the first 2. 3-2 pitch. That one will be grounded to Ixrina. Shortstop, gather it, throw it over to the first, and that will be the second out of the inning. It's just a textbook ground ball and throw it over. Not too difficult. And Delaney Powell will step back into the box for his 3rd at-bat of the night. Powell batting leadoff for the A's. Powell will lay down a bunt down the left field line. And that will be a perfect bunt. And you can't position that much better. That was almost like a golf shot. Just placing it perfectly.
That was just a routine, beautiful bunt.
Yeah, nothing Kyle Whitaker or Darius Cedillo could do right there. So now Cassio will have to deal with Delaney Powell at first. We'll see if Chad Skykes can get a two-run, excuse me, a two-out rally going here.
Cassiola has pissed himself out of a lot of jams tonight. Let's see if he can do it again.
Righty on righty matchup. That one will be a little bit low. Good block by Astadio behind the plate. 1-0 count. One ball, 2 strikes. That one will be a fastball down the middle. Good pitch there by Cassiola, and will make the count even. Delaney Powell playing center field for a reason is that speed, so Cassiola has to watch out there, and it'd be a good time to steal because if you're Powell, you steal the base there, and you're in scoring position, and you can, hit into that lead right there if Chad Skykes gets a single.
Yeah.
Skykes now down on the count 1-2.
Chad Skykes has not had a bad year. 273 batting average with 11 ABs and 3 hits.
The runner is going, but that'll be swung on for strike 3, and that was the 3rd out of the inning. Another great inning from Anthony Cassiola. Pitched 6 scoreless last time. So far in this game, 5 innings with only 1 run allowed. We'll be back here for the bottom of the 5th. Late number Copperheads still up 7-1. Jackson Taylor will step into the box. Batting 5th tonight. First pitch of the AB will be a little bit inside. So 1 ball, no strike. Taylor will watch that one go low and outside. Hitters count 2-0 for Taylor. That one will be chopped down the right field line and foul. Two balls, 1 strikes, no outs in the inning. And a little bit outside. So hitters count for Taylor 3-1. That fouled off, and the count goes full. That one fouled off once again for Taylor as he stays alive here in the count.
Some action in the A's bullpen.
Something to watch out for. That'd be the A's fourth pitcher of the night. 3-1 pitch. That one is lined into the right center field gap. And that ball will not get down as that is tracked down by the A's center fielder Delaney Powell for the first out of the inning. And then off the bat, that had a really good rip to it, but kind of died in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And stepping up in the box is number 13, Kyle Whitaker, the third baseman.
Now batting the third baseman, number 13, Kyle Whitaker.
Did we turn up the audio?
Yeah. Good.
Whitaker watches that one go low. One 0 pitch, and that will be outside for ball two. Whitaker coming out to the song Power, and that's something he definitely has a lot of, as we saw earlier in the game, driving a couple RBIs.
Oh, definitely.
Whitaker up the count 2-0. As that one outside and goes off the end of the bat. Two balls, one strike, one out of the inning.
Might just be a little friendly game of catch over there in the bullpen for the A's. We got number 41, Jason Bollock, who is a catcher, and you got Nathan McCabe, who's also a catcher. So they just might be having a little fun little game.
Yeah, but we've also seen some position players pitch so far. One for the Copperheads in that 6-5 defeat to the Kingsmen. That was Kyra Dawson pitching, ending in a third, allowing one run.
Yeah.
So maybe they're thinking with a losing 7-1, trying to save some arms for the second part of this doubleheader.
Maybe. I mean, both pitchers.
Is that one down the left field line?
Yeah.
And
All the pitchers for the A's have had a shaky start. Might need to save some arm power for the next game.
yeah, and that's going to be a big advantage for the Copperheads as Cassiola is going deep into this ball game. You have to imagine he's going out for another inning here, as that one will be skied up into the infield. And great communication there from the A's as the first baseman will go over and get that one, James Newsom. As we heard three guys call ball, but Newsom called everybody off in the end and got the catch for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the second baseman, number 10, Jaden Hackbar.
Jaden Hackbarth. Stepping in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch of the AB will be swung on and missed. No balls, one strike. And that backdoor slider was a really good one. Hackbarth barely getting something on that. And that friendly game of catch is looking more like warming up to maybe go pitch by this minute.
Maybe. I mean, save some pitchers, am I right?
0-2 pitch, and that one was a check swing of such, but might be work as a bunt. But he will not get there in time. As that will stay fair, and the Copperheads cannot get on the board for the third straight inning in a row. We'll see if the A's can get into this lead. Time is running out, only a 7-inning ball game. Stick with us for the remainder of this one. Welcome back here, and Anthony Cassiola on the mound for his 6th inning of work. So far tonight, only 1 run allowed in the 5 innings he's pitched. Final pitch of his warm-up, throw down by Astudillo. Earlier in the game, Astudillo with a great throw down to second base, but the Copperhead second baseman couldn't handle it and just popped right off his glove. That would have been an easy out.
I mean, it was an easy out. The throw was there before the runner even remotely got a second. He just kind of decided his fate, and then all of a sudden the ball pops out.
Yeah, and Astudillo has been someone that's really surprised me this year. As a guy that's coming out of high school, competing with all these guys that are already been in college for, 2, 3, and maybe even, going into their 4th year of college. He's competing with them and, throwing guys out and making plays behind the plate. And that shows, how good he is just coming out of college or going into college.
Yeah.
As that foul ball right there almost took somebody's head off in the Copperheads dugout, everybody ducking.
Baker smiling after that one almost clocked him in the head.
Yeah. Something you got to watch out for if you're sitting outside the dugout.
Just trying to get a good view of the pitch.
Yeah. And swing and miss there, and Cassiola up the count 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs in the inning. Cassiola looking for another strikeout here. Sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. And Astudillo will tag him just to be safe, and another strikeout as Cassiola continues his dominance here tonight.
And that little friendly game of catch is ramping up to, looks like almost pitching.
Yeah, I'd say that's somebody warming up. That's definitely somebody warming up after that pitch.
A weird windup, though.
Yeah. And that will go over there to Kyle Whitaker. He will fire it over the infield for out 2. Yeah, and he was just kind of warming up over there, and then as soon as you said that, he went into the full windup.
Oh, yeah. I mean.
And warming up in the Copperheads bullpen is number 22, Thad Lewis. Lewis so far in the year, 5.1 innings pitched with a 1.68 ERA. 5 strikeouts and has got the win.
Cassiola has had a great performance so far.
Yeah.
Don't know if they're going to preserve his arm in the 7th.
Well, and if you're Thad Lewis, you had a great time last time playing the A's. Only allowed 1 run and 5.1 innings pitched last time they played the A's. The only time they played the A's this year. That will be low as we see the sun starting to peek through the clouds on the left-hand side of the field and now get into every part of the field.
Yeah. Storm cloud's still in the sky, but it's good to see the sun every now and then.
Yeah. 2 outs in the inning, 1-1 count. That'll be a strike. Now 1-2. Yeah, and it might be 7 o'clock, but great thing here about summer in the Carolinas is you can even get sunlight till about 9 o'clock sometimes. That would be low, and Astudillo can't block that one. They'll go to the backstop, and now count goes to 2-2.
Luckily, not a wild pitch. No one on.
We've seen a couple of those tonight. They've been a lot more costly for the A's than they have the Copperheads.
Oh, yeah.
2-2 pitch. Outside for ball 3, and the count runs full.
Last couple innings, Cassiola has been very, very picky on who he lets on base.
Cassiola potentially his final batter of the night. Swing and a miss.
Drop strike.
And Astudillo will just flip that over to the first base, and Cassiola continuing his dominance. Only 1 run allowed in 6 innings of work. We'll see if he stays out for the complete game. Stick with us for the bottom of the 6th inning. Copperheads up 7-1. And welcome back to Coxville High School. We have a position player pitching on the mound for the A's, Garrison Bullock. Bullock, his only action so far this year has been hitting 5 ABs, hasn't gotten on base once, and trying his hand in pitching tonight, trying to save some arms for the A's. Trying to be cautious of the second leg of the doubleheader tonight. Bullock's first pitch of the night will be outside for a ball 1-0. Ixarino up to bat. Ixarino from Camden, South Carolina. As that will be a strike, 1-1.
Bullock, traditionally either a catcher or a third baseman for the A's, but's on the mound tonight. Hopefully to save some arms for him.
Bullock shakes off that one, shakes off another, shakes off a third, and just step off there. Yeah, Bullock still has an arm, though, playing catcher and third base. You know, to be behind the plate and to be playing third, got to have an arm to fire it across the infield. As that one would be low and go past the pitcher and right back to the umpire.
Yeah. He's got a pretty good windup, too.
Definitely you could see he probably pitched in high school and still has that.
What do you do? What did you say? Bullock, yeah. Oh, really?
As that one will be over the third baseman's head, Ixarino will get on base to start the inning. That was a good rip down the left field line. So 1 runner on, no outs. They come up to bat in the 9 hole is James Oman, the center fielder tonight for the Copperheads.
Bullock playing in his hometown tonight. He's originally from Concord. Went to Central Cabarrus High School. He's now a freshman at Emory and Henry College.
Playing at a place tonight where in high school maybe didn't like going, having to play his away games.
Yeah, maybe not.
That one a ball, he gets the sign, fires it in there, and that will get past the catcher. Ixarino will stroll on to second base. And that is his third stolen base of the night.
Yep. More like a warded base because it was a wild pitch, but
Yeah. Coming into the game, Ixarino had 2 stolen bases, so if you want to count that one, he has 5 on the year now.
yeah, maybe. If you want to count it.
Maybe the home scorekeeper gives him a little love there.
Maybe.
That will be chopped to the shortstop. Can't make a play on it. As Ixarino tries to get too greedy, and he will be out. Ixarino rounding third base. Has to dive back into third, and he will be out. So that runner in scoring position all for naught. As a good play by the A's shortstop Chad Skikes, seeing that he can't make the play at first and having the IQ to fire it back to third, and Ixarino has to stroll back in to the home dugout.
Was he rounding third or was he?
Yeah, he was rounding third and then rounded third a little bit too much and had to dive back and was late. There goes the runner. That one skied into center field. Runner will have to track back to first base, and that will be the second out of the inning. The runner right there was James Oman. Oman so far in the year has a couple stolen bases, and he's playing center field tonight with that speed. Oman, 3 stolen bases, trying to make it 4, but Christian Maceda swung on and skied into center field. So that's 2 outs in the inning, and up is Wilson Loher, the first baseman. So Oman's still at first base, 2 outs in the inning. That will be blooped into left field for a base hit, so 2 runners on for the Copperheads. And Ivan Zamorino, the right fielder, will step in with 2 runners on, 2 outs. And this is going to be the last time for a lot of these guys to have to hit unless the A's have a spectacular rally in the top of the 7th. As we see Astadio strolling back on to the on-deck circle with the knee pads on. Who's going to catch is going to be up for debate if it's going to be Cassiola or a different pitcher, as that one will get past the catcher once again, and the runners will stroll. Now 2 runners in scoring position. As we said earlier, the player that was warming up for the Copperheads was number 22, Thad Lewis.
I would like to see Cassiola do a complete game. I mean, he's been pretty dominant on the mound.
And that's one of these things with the doubleheaders is that brings the complete game. You know, pitching 7 innings and pitching 9 innings is a lot different because once you get deeper in the game, 1 inning feels like 4 if you're going deep.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That one outside and
knocked his mask off.
Yeah, the ace catcher had to do the splits right there. And it will be a 2-0 count for Ivan Zamborino. 2 runners on, both in scoring position. That one will be swung on to right field for out 3. And I think we've answered our question if Anthony Cassiola will stay into this ball game, as he is behind home plate with all the other pitchers now. So we'll see Thad Lewis in the top of the 7th inning stay with us to see if the Copperheads can end up this game winners. Welcome back here for the top of the 7th inning. Coming in for relief for Anthony Cassiola is number 22, Thad Lewis from Pfeiffer University. Going into his junior season as his first pitch of the night will be a fastball down the middle for strike 1. As we said earlier, so far this year, 5 1/3 innings pitched with a 1.68 ERA, 5 strikeouts. And that only appearance where he got the win against the A's. As that one will be a ball, so 1-1 count. Lewis with the 1-1 delivery. That one is down the right field line, and that one will go foul. As that had some rip on it, but couldn't stay left of that foul line. One ball, 2 strikes. No outs in the inning for Lewis. Lewis shakes off a sign from Astudillo. Takes the second one he gets. And that one will be low. So the count runs even. Two-two pitch. And that'll be fouled off. So the count will stay even. Two-two delivery. Good block by Astadio behind the plate, and the count will run full. Full count, no outs in the innings, top of the 7th. That one will be popped up over there to Kyle Whitaker. And that will drop into his glove for the first out of the inning. Copperheads 2 outs away from winning the first game of the doubleheader. Just an overall great performance by the Copperheads tonight. You know, you had Anthony Casiola going out there pitching 6 innings, only allowing 1 run. And the Copperheads, they did their damage in the first 2 innings, having those 7 runs early on. Haven't done much since, but that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah. Getting ahead early is usually all that matters in baseball, but you never know. One swing of the bat can always change the outcome of a game.
First pitch of the AB is high.
Great pitching and defense by the Copperheads.
Yeah,
for game 1.
We have seen some great plays by the Copperheads. That one will be a strike. Count evens up at 1-1.
Beautiful breaking ball.
And we see this shift again for James Newman. Second baseman shaded out to the outfield. The Nick Sherino way to the right of second base. And Kyle Whitaker playing almost shortstop, as that will be a swing and a miss as he tried to hold up there, but definitely went. Thad Lewis 1 strike away from his second out of the inning. And that will be strike 3 looking, painted on the outside part of the plate. And the Copperheads are 1 out away from the win.
Now batting for the A's, the catcher, number 25, Will McClellan.
Will McClellan is the only man that stands in between a Copperheads victory. McClellan potentially the last hope tonight for the A's. That one will be inside for a ball. Normally you say that this might be the last of their 27 outs, but tonight with the doubleheader you have 21 only to play with.
Those 2 innings that are non-existent tonight might play a factor into a dominating performance.
Yeah, that definitely could play a factor, but that Lewis so far looking very good, as that would be a swing and a miss, and Lewis 2 strikes away from winning. And if Thad Lewis does close out this game, that would be Casiola's 2nd win of the year, and that would be tiring him for 1st in the Southern Collegiate Baseball League in wins. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count.
I mean, he definitely deserves the win here tonight. Was phenomenal on the mound. Had some control issues, but fought back every time.
And that one would be low, and the count will be ran to full. Copperheads 1 pitch away. Full count pitch. And that will be down the left field line, going to the A's third base coach. So we'll try the 3-2 once again. Lewis gets a sign from Astadio. Comes set. Delivery. Oh, and ball 3. Or excuse me, ball 4, yes. And he will take his base, so the A's survive an extra batter. We'll see if a miraculous 2-out rally comes. If they can get back into this ball game, that would be something else.
I mean, it's 6 points until they at least tie and could go to extra.
9-hole hitter Aaron Herbst will watch that one go by for a strike. 0-1 pitch. Lewis with back-to-back strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Top of the 7, Copperheads with their 7-1 lead. Add a little bit outside, so the count will run to 1-2. Lewis 1 strike away again from closing out this ball game. And he will get it right there with strike 3 as the Copperheads win this one at Cox Mill High School. For our broadcast tonight, stick with us. We will be having a different stream for the second game of this doubleheader. Copperheads, a little bit high fives here after the game. So stick with us. The second game starting here soon. We'll see if the A's can win or the Copperheads can keep their dominance. Thank you all for joining us tonight. For Zane Metz and Reese, we will see you later for the